Ryanair is to shut its bases at Glasgow Airport, precautionary how 300 jobs could go as a outcome. The airline company, that as well operates out of Prestwick, Edinburgh and Aberdeen, will cut the quantity of means of communication out of Glasgow of 23 to Fair 3. Head business official David O'Brien accused the changing on the price of air occupant responsibility and told Glasgow just could not carry the load. Glasgow Airport told it was bitter frustrated by Ryanair's judgment. A representative for the airport told Down there was no question how the fail to substitute air occupant responsibility, APD, in a more profitable air leaving tax, ADT, in Scotland was over the go. The Scotch by the government told it remained devoted to reduction APD by 50%, but how down there were yet issues to be solved up that could be entered. Ryanair done the ad as it opened its plan for winter 2018, proving how just its services to Dublin, Wrocław and Krakow would go on of Glasgow. The business told 11 new means of communication would be added to its Edinburgh plan. Mr. O'Brien told, sorrowfully the weaker Scotch marketplace is the weaker yet in Glasgow, that just can't naked the load of APD at £13. This should not go as a surprise party to the by the government. We did say how our increase in Glasgow was relying on their pledge to eliminate APD, that morphed in a pledge to part APD, that abruptly has disappeared in the ester, and rather openly we don't include any more than forbearance. Down there are some markets in the UK and Europe that propose a more than irresistible statement. Mr. O'Brien added, passengers indicate jobs and about 500,000 passengers will be lose at Glasgow, press on rising about 300 jobs that will perhaps be lose. Same reverse side is how they're looking at about 700 jobs creature entered to Edinburgh. Mr. O'Brien as well told how Brexit was a risk to Scotch travel and the airline company production in general. The Scotch by the government opened plans to substitute air occupant responsibility in a more profitable air leaving tax in 2017. A representative for Glasgow Airport told, we are bitter frustrated at the judgment by Ryanair that is not just injuring for Glasgow and broad Scotch connection, it will affect about 100 jobs local. The is a outcome of the airline company's overview of its solitary plane basis. Yet, we include been leftward in no question it is as well a impact of the Scotch by the government's failure to enter its offered 50% cut in air leaving taxation. In spite precise and reiterated warnings of both of airports and airlines on the capacity effect of the politics not creature executed, we are now floored in a absolute script how includes the losing of 20 services and a considerable quantity of jobs. Scotch Financial Registrar Derek Mackay outlined the news story as really frustrating and told hesitantly about Brexit was possessing a adverse effect on path growth in Scotland. We will go on to job in association in Ryanair and some airlines, and to supporting all Scotch airports, to do all probable to increase the quantity of world means of communication to and of Scotland, he told. Same Scotch by the government continues to be devoted to reduction ADT by 50% by the end of the Parliament and we wish to get on and supply yet that has been postponed before the issues grown in relationship to the Highlands and Islands clearing include been solved to provide how the devolved powers are not discredited. In next Ryanair will army 45 means of communication of Edinburgh, consisting the 11 new means of communication. The airline company's summer plan will work as plan out of Glasgow. Ryanair outdoor its bases at Glasgow Airport in fall 2014, one of few new bases outdoor through Europe how year. At the period it told it remained devoted to Prestwick Airport and would go on to propose air transportation of down there.